Hey guys, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing okay. I'm going to give you a very thorough overview of this topic here. I perhaps will scroll through a little bit to make sure I give you all of the important and correct information, but there is a link in the description. Going to give you a thorough overview, and I'm also going to go on a rant. I think my rant may not make complete sense, but you might want to stick around for it. We'll see how we go. So let me give you the shortened, abridged version to begin with. So we're looking at the scumbag in question. Her name is Marka Bedin. She was a teacher at the Tumble Intermediate School. She has since been fired from that role. No, actually, she resigned from the role. She was put on admin leave. Then she resigned. Why did she resign? Well, because there were initially accusations made against her, which she has since admitted to, I believe, during a trial. She's admitted to having groomed and sexually abused a 13-year-old child over a 3-year period. So this started in 2018 when the boy concerned was 13 years of age. Naturally, we're not told of the boy's details. We don't know his name. We must respect his privacy, and but we are told that he's no longer a student at the school. Now, as I say, this happened in 2018. The boy was playing Fortnite, a video game, and this sick, evil sex abuser, child sexual abuser, groomed the boy in question. She sent him explicit pictures, explicit videos, explicit text messages. She had sex with the boy on numerous occasions in her classroom. She had sex with the boy numerous occasions in her car. She even went to his apartment multiple times a month over the course of about a year, but this whole relationship lasted for approximately 3 years, starting in 2018. The relationship ended when the boy begged for help. Firstly, with the school, if I understand correctly. I may have that a little bit wrong. But then he went to the police. He was at his wit's end. He was being abused. He was not a willing participant. He was a minor. The maximum jail sentence for somebody in Texas that has an adult in Texas that has had a sexual relationship on an ongoing period with someone under the age of 14, the maximum sentence, life. Life in prison. Guess what this woman got? Guess what her sentence was? Yes, that's right. 60 days in jail. 60 fucking days in jail. That is pathetic. That is sick. That is a disgrace. The judge ought to be ashamed of themselves. The judge, I believe it would be the judge that would have set the sentence. If so, the judge ought to be investigated, in my opinion. 60 days in jail for sexually abusing a child over a 3-year period. Am I missing something here? Is it no longer that a bigger deal, sexually abusing children? Is it like kind of okay nowadays? Is that what we're being told? Or is it just okay to sexually abuse boys? Is that what it is? It's okay to sexually abuse boys. Is this the message we're receiving here? Am I being facetious? I'm not quite sure if facetious is the right word. You know, I'm just disgusted that this boy, his mental well-being, his emotional well-being, his maturity is viewed in such a worthless manner that the judge, that's perhaps been a judge for decades, I don't know, I'm guessing, but the judge saw fit to give merely a 60-day jail sentence to the perpetrator, who admitted it. There's no question of guilt. She admitted. Not initially. In fact, initially, she blamed the boy. She went to the police. She claimed that the boy was harassing her. She was trying to throw the boy under the bus, get him charged. And yet she gets away with a 60-day jail sentence. By the way, she doesn't have to go to jail. Not yet. Anyway, she's pregnant. She's about to have her baby. It's not the boy's baby, thankfully. So the judge has said, you know what? Nah, it's only a boy. Don't worry about it. It's not that big a deal. Sure, you're facing life in jail. That is the maximum sentence. But you're a woman, aren't you? You are a woman. Is that right? Yeah, you look like a woman to me. So, you know what? Let's just give you 60 days in jail. 2 months, less than. 60 days in jail. Not a problem. It's only a boy, and you are a woman. You do have a vagina, is that right? You do? Okay, great. So let's just make it 60 days. Let's not worry about life in prison. Let's not worry about years in prison or decades in prison. No, 60 days. That's all. It's only a boy. Don't worry about it. By the way, go and have your child, and then, when you're ready, no rush. When you're ready, just let us know, and then we'll pop you into the jail. We'll make sure you get a nice room. Don't worry about it. You may not be surprised to learn that the article tells us that the boy is distraught, very upset, according to his lawyers, about the outcome. Here he was thinking that as a child, he ought to have been protected by the system, But no, he was wrong. He's a boy. He's a male. He does not require the sympathy of the court. He does not require the sympathy or deserve the sympathy of the judge, seemingly. That's the message that I'm getting. Boys are worthless, or certainly not worth that much. If the sexual abuser only gets 60 days in jail, I don't know, that just kind of seems to me that the boy is not valued. Not because of the boy's particular personality, but because he is a boy. I fucking guarantee, you know it too. If a 13-year-old girl was groomed, sent sexually abusive pictures, photos, videos, text messages, if a male teacher had sex with that 13-year-old over a 3-year period, in the classroom, in a car, at her apartment, you know that the sentence would be a little bit more than 60 days, don't you? We all know that. So this is not acceptable. Now, I'm going to go on a little bit of a tangent. I've got to make sure I don't fall into too deep a hole on this, right? But I'm telling you what I'm thinking, and I'm not going to be able to quite articulate it as well as I would like to. But I feel that we are currently living in a politically correct world where there are a lot of people, I'll say woke people. There are a lot of people that get very, very offended when people use certain words, or when people express certain viewpoints, when people aren't tolerant of certain things, whatever they happen to be. I'll say sexual persuasions as one example. We're told that everyone must view the world in a certain light, that we're heading towards being politically correct, being tolerant and accepting of this, of that, of the other. Okay. What's my point? Well, my point is that, okay, look, if we're going to have to police each other, if we're going to have to become Karens and tell each other off when we have mental thoughts or when we transgress in this way or other, then surely, for fuck's sake, surely this must be one of those situations that everyone needs to be outraged. The prolonged ongoing 3-year sexual abuse of a child. Okay? Surely we must be outraged by that. Is this where we're going now? It's no longer a problem if it's a boy. Is that where we're at? Okay, so if I say a word which begins with R and, you know, it expresses someone who's not that smart, and I say the R word, you know, there's going to be plenty of people that are offended by that. Oh, you shouldn't say that word. That's a bad word. You're a bad person. You know, I'm going to unsub from you. I'm going to report you, blah, de blah. Yeah, we've got that political correctness in place. Do you see my point? I think I'm making a good point. And yet here we are, and this is accepted. Certainly this is accepted by the judge. Certainly this is accepted by the defense. Yeah, the legal defense department, you know, the lawyers, the defendant's lawyers. And perhaps I'm wrong to point at that, because obviously everyone's entitled to a defense, and that's what defense lawyers are there for. But I don't know. I'm just disgusted by this. I'm sure you are too. And yet here we are. That's as much of the article that I wish to go through. She did resign from her position. She admitted to the ongoing abuse. She's going to be put on the sex offenders register for life. She also has 10 years probation. To me, in my opinion, those are all ancillary points. Ancillary? Is that the right word? Have I pronounced it right? Maybe not. Those are trivial points. The key points, in my mind, is that this is a teacher who sexually abused, groomed a child over a 3-year period. And she's gotten away with it. And that's fucking sick. And people ought to be outraged. There ought to be activism against this, you know. But there won't be. People will forget. It's not that big a deal. Why isn't it such a big deal, according to these people? Because it's a boy. The victim was a boy. I guarantee that's the reason. And I'm sick of it. I'm going to wrap things up here, guys. Have I done a half-decent job? I think I have. If you agree, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and take care.